Good morning and welcome back. 36 years ago today, the Edmund Fitzgerald sank in Lake Superior and went down with all 29 crew members. And however, the Edmund Fitzgerald is not alone. Thousands of shipwrecks rest on the bottom of the Great Lakes, so each one has its own story to tell. So I took it upon myself to explore one of them. To see the shipwrecks up close, they first needed to learn how to scuba dive. So Keith Hintz from Bay City's Dive and Glide took me to the pool for a few lessons, which included the skills and safety rules to dive in the open water. And once out on the boat, I put on nearly 50 pounds of equipment. Then suited up and I was ready to dive Lake Huron and visit the Barbara Lynn face to face. The 60-ton aluminum tugboat, over 51 feet long, 800 horsepower, was built in Alabama, says Captain Jim Moore, the man who originally tried to salvage the sunken ship. The Barbara Lynn sank in 1990 off Point of Barks, Michigan. She was used for towing different types of marine construction equipment, and on October 1st, the waters were getting rough and the storms were rolling in. At the time, she was towing 2 construction barges.
When it tracked her down this time, they had 10-foot following seas and the rear engine room doors were open. All within the course of probably 30 to 60 seconds, we're swimming.
On board the tugboat were the 3 crew members and a captain who was unable to swim.
They had all gone to the bow because the bow was still kind of floating, and they were standing on the bow, and they got out of their Carhartts down into their underwear, and they plunged into Lake Huron and swimming for the barges.
The other crew members helped the captain get to the barges. They missed the first one and went on to the second barge. They tried to throw him a line.
And the captain wouldn't swim, just wouldn't swim. And he yelled at him, "You gotta swim, you gotta swim, you gotta swim," and he wouldn't swim, so he let go of him. And he drifted off and suffered from hypothermia, died the next day.
What's left of the Barbara Lynn sits at about 30 feet below, but at one time it was much further down, more than 200 feet. Captain Moore had tried to salvage her, but the weather prevented his success.
He said it couldn't be done.
After several efforts, the Barbara Lynn is now resting off the shore near Port Austin, but the Barbara Lynn is just one of thousands of shipwrecks beneath the Great Lakes. And you can check out a lot of them for yourself at the Bay County Historical Museum.
Great Lakes were actually the waterway allowed us to go all the way around the lakes, all the way up to the northernmost reaches of Lake Superior eventually, and eventually all the way out to the Atlantic Ocean. And by there, you can go all the way to the world. You have ships on the lakes, you're gonna have shipwrecks.
Beneath the surface, each ship has its own story waiting to tell, and even those who have dove many of times are still in awe by each ship's rich history.
Every dive that I've done, I see something a little bit different.